My name is Arien Wilkerson. I am the director of Tamal Astro Performance Art and Dance Installation LLC. Tamal Astro makes installation, multimedia, performance works that happen in all types of spaces, institutions, theaters, museums, but also unconventional site-specific spaces. And we make work that talk about race, climate change, queerness. We make work about anything that we want. The Silpe version of Lovepiece was the way for me to understand how I was going to connect talking about intimacy and sex and queerness to young people. And I wanted to put everything in a school dance setting because I've had a lot of, I wouldn't say trauma, but I've had a lot of personal confliction with school dances, and that is such a social, to me, school dances is like a social, sexual breeding ground for how to talk about sex and for how to get your young child or how to get your nerdy boy or your nerdy gay girl or whoever talk about sex, you know? And I think that's gonna help open up a door to talking about testing and people's statuses and knowing about if people are living with HIV and and stuff like that. Because I think how do we sexually evolve is deeper than just like who we're fucking and how we're fucking. You know, it's also about like why we got there, how we got there too. You know what I mean? Now I'm thinking a lot about just me personally as a person, and so like when I say what's at stake, I'm like, well, what's at stake for queer people are their safety, is their humanity, their ability to be financially stable, their ability to lead in large intersectional settings that intersect different religions and different just racial communities. So I'm like, that's at stake, but then all of those things are at stake, and then nothing is also at stake too. And I do think that I do things politically and strategically for the idea of the greater goal of leadership, you know? Maybe I can build change, you know? Like, if everyone's here, maybe I can, like, get on my own pillory and, like, get on my own, you know, Salem witch trial burnery and, like, say my last sentence before I get burned to death.
So I'm Dom sent from Mars. It's all one word, all lowercase. And I'm a performance-based artist, and I'm making work about subjects that I feel I want to, not that I need to. So creating music, sculpture, visuals, under all of that. Also, it's heavily based in what Arien was talking about with queerness, identity, race, and all of the millions of things that go into that. I tend to create a lot of stuff. It's like feeling turned into aesthetic. So sadness to me is like automatically now an aesthetic. Like sadness be like neon green, because the world when you're sad feels like it's so like you feel so dark in this brightness, you know? So with the school dance vibe, it comes from a feeling, it comes from emotion. I think that the lyrics, baby, you only see me when I am wrong, so how about when I am strong, being performed with like pom-poms on the floor and streamers hanging from the ceiling, and it's shimmery and reflective. It's like, to me, it just makes sense. I am wrong, so how about when I am strong? You only see me when you want, so how about now? And that melody stays the same for each line that I just said. Yeah, so we wore the shirts that said Zay, Zer, Zay self. Those are pronouns that are not very often used.
No, yeah.
Because I feel like the pronoun conversation is already important, but also very oversaturated if it's not done the right way. So we didn't want to wear like, I wouldn't wear like he, him, his. We wanted to like take it further.
And in this kind of school dance setting, I'm very interested in how we as humans depict desire. I mean, what you saw in there briefly from like my work is that I make these dance pieces that feel kind of like large in scale. Say that one more time. Feels like being seen. What does intimacy feel like? Being heard. What does intimacy feel like to someone today? Did you share an intimate moment with someone? If you did, raise your hand. What was intimate about that moment? Just anybody want to say? Come say.
We kind of feel like indebted to making work about love, how we see it and how I think other people are going to connect to it.
Right.
Because it's like the awareness of like, well, no one's doing it, so let's do it.
Right.
You know?